Hey there, how are you today? I'm Connie Foote with Foote Title Group, where we protect your home ownership. And I am bringing you a late afternoon edition of Coffee with Connie, and I'm breaking all the rules that I normally talk about with people that are trying to understand how to do live broadcasts. But I really want to get this information out to you because this happens all the time, and I want you to understand the seriousness of it. So say you're going to closing and you're buying a new home, and while you're going through the process, the company doing your closing says, hey, I came across an issue in the title that I need to work on getting resolved. And it's going to take a couple days, and we're not going to be able to close on the day that you originally anticipated. It doesn't mean you're not going to close. It just means we've got to get this resolved for you. And of course, everybody's frustrated because you have a specific day in mind and you have things you're preparing for that move. You have movers setting up, you have the cable guy coming, you have your water and electric being transferred. And of course, the realtors want to get it closed. Your mortgage lender needs to get it closed. You may have a lock expiring. But let's talk about this, because if your loan is not correct, you're not going to close on it because you're going to have that loan for 30 years or however long you have it, as long as you own the property or as long as you keep the mortgage. So if you rush the process as far as the closing and there's something wrong in the title or the ownership of that property, then what happens when 10 years from now, when that problem comes back to be an actual problem that you've got to resolve, and you've got to take care of that yourself when it could have been taken care of when the closing process was going on. You wouldn't close with the wrong loan. You wouldn't close with the wrong homeowner's insurance. You wouldn't close with the wrong piece of property. You want to make sure that someone doesn't talk you out of getting that issue resolved. So a lot of times I like to talk to you guys about things that have happened in the process that we see, or questions that people have that they bring to me or to other team members that we have. And recently we had a situation where we're working on the title of a property in a condominium unit, and someone else has done closings in that condominium building that for a couple of the other condos. And those other condos didn't have this title problem arise. When we did the search, we looked at something that said, this just doesn't seem right. There's some things that need to be addressed here. Maybe they're not wrong, but maybe we need to put together the pieces of the puzzle to make sure that we understand that it's correct so that I can guarantee that ownership to that new buyer. Well, one of the realtors involved, actually, I don't think it was one of the realtors, I think it was one of the other parties involved, said to the buyer, well, you don't have to close this with Foote Title Group because obviously they can't take care of this for you. If you close with this other title company that did the other closings for the other condos, they can go ahead and close it for you right away. Now, what I'm going to say to you is that a lot of people in the process, you may be buying and maybe you don't have all of the pieces or you don't understand the whole process. But if somebody says to you, there's a problem that we need to resolve, and somebody else in the process, no matter how much you respect or understand them, says, never mind, let's close it somewhere else because this other title company will close it for you, it should be a red flag to you that there's a reason why someone won't close it. And that home ownership can't be properly protected if you don't make sure the proper steps are gone through. Even if you get the title insurance protection from the other title company, I've said to you this many times before, you don't want insurance that will protect you for something that you already know is a problem. Yeah, it's great to have the insurance, but do you want to have to go through the process to defend yourself and take care of that problem? And that's the piece that somebody else wants you to just go along with instead of making sure it's taken care of. You know, if something's wrong with your car and you take it into the shop to get fixed and they say, well, it's under warranty and we couldn't find that problem, but don't worry about it, it's under warranty. So if your wheel falls off, you know, you just bring it back and we'll take care of it. Well, that's all well and fine, and it's great that you're under warranty, but do you really want to drive out of there knowing you have a problem, that you can't figure out what it is, and if it becomes a bigger problem, it'll be covered, but now you have to take care of that again, take off work again, potentially have another problem with your property. Think about all the other things that, another problem that could go on with your vehicle. Think about all the potential problems that could go wrong. So if someone says to you, well, this title company can't do the closing for you, but I know a title company that can, let's go ahead and move it there. it should be a red flag to you that there's a problem with this title. Maybe it's not a big problem. Maybe it turns out not to be a problem at all. But wouldn't you rather know that it's something that is resolved and have a peace of mind that you don't have to go back and make a claim on that potential insurance policy and deal with protecting your ownership? You want to enjoy your home. You want to be able to decorate it and invite your friends over and your family and enjoy it for the holidays. You don't want to have to be dealing with a potential problem where someone could come in and claim an ownership that you have to go to court to defend. So I just want to put this out there because I know a lot of times we all rely on professionals in the industry that we're going to be buying or dealing with a particular item, and we trust those people involved in the process. And maybe the person suggesting this is not the person that you trust and respect. More than likely, it's probably not. But there's somebody else in the process that is pressuring you to make a decision that you wouldn't normally make. This is one of the most expensive things you do in your life. Don't let someone else make these really crucial decisions for you and pressure you into doing something that you're just not comfortable with. There's probably a reason why that title company said, I just want to work on this and get this resolved for you and just make sure there's no problem. So, not a preach, just a thought, and it's something that came up today that I felt really bad for these home buyers because I think that they're being pressured into something that maybe isn't the best for them. And I just want you to understand a little bit about the process and why we're having this discussion. So hopefully you guys are having a fantastic day, and I know I'm off my normal schedule, but when things come up, I want to share, and I love educating and trying to help you guys understand some of the process that we actually work with. And if you have any questions or there's things I can help you with outside of what we just talked about, please reach out to me. Message me here. You can email us through any of our team members through our website. There's lots of different ways you can contact us. And our website's www.footetitlegroup.com. Thanks so much for your time tuning in. Hey, Jeff. Hey, Carrie. Hey, Shelly. How are you today? Hey, Cecilia. How are you? Thank you guys for tuning in. And I really appreciate your time. If you think what we talked about is valuable, please hit the share button and share it with those people that you are connected with because maybe there's something that we're talking about that could help them. Hope you guys have a fantastic evening, and I'll look forward to talking to you tomorrow morning. Have a great day.